Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Tower of God chapter 648, and it's 3:30. I'm recording at 3:30 in the morning, so I gotta get over the mental barrier of trying to be quiet. So I'm sorry if I'm a little bit too quiet or anything like that. But yeah, I've worked all day on the character poll. I have put dozens of hours into it. It's finally done. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So really quick before we even start reading, I want to show it off. I want to say go to the character poll. I'll have a link in the description. I'll have a link in the comments. I'll have a link everywhere, literally everywhere. Please share this. So the first Tower of God character poll, if you weren't around, we did it back, and if you want to see the results and everything, there's a video on my channel. I sent around the results to all the other Tower of God content creators, so they all have videos. So go to them if you want to see any of their reactions to the results. That was back at the end of the Nest. So now that we're getting to the end of another season, we're getting to the end of this arc, we're going to do another one. This is going to run from now until February 27th, and I'll end it on February 27th, and hopefully by that Sunday, which will be the Sunday after the final official chapter releases, then I will have the results out for everybody. That's my goal, at least. So you get to vote 3 times a day until February 27th. Last time we had 17,000 votes, and I really want to do better than last time. It's going to be kind of difficult to do, I think, because it seems from the like numbers and everything on Webtoons that Tower of God's readership is down a bit, but is Tower of God's readership down a bit, or are a lot of people just reading the scans now? So it might just be because a lot of people are reading the scans. Either way, please, I'm not asking you for money or anything, but I am begging you to vote 3 times a day, every day until February 27th. Get those numbers up, please. Share it everywhere you can. Try to get other people to vote. That's what I would say. So in order to vote, I'll go ahead and put mine in here just to show you, because it is jank. I'm using a service that lets me have protection against fraud and botting and stuff like that, and lets me, host this entire thing, collect this much data, use this many images. I could have just had a list of names, but I gave you all an image of everyone. But the downside is it's kind of jank. So I can only do 4 columns, so it's super long instead of letting me do more than 4 columns. They're all askew, and there's nothing I can really do to fix that. I made 100 pixel by 100 pixel icons for each character, so they're all blown up large, and it makes them look lower quality. So it is jank, but it is functional, and I guess that's what matters in the end. So for this, I put everyone. Last time I had the characters sorted in order of when they showed up in in the series, their first appearance. And I felt like that would be, there's so many characters, it'd be difficult to do. There's probably well over 500 here. I think I was at like 530 something, 540 something. So I put them in alphabetical order to make them easier to get to. I think I'm going to do my vote this time for, I want to go for Enkidu. I used the block of jello for Enkidu's picture. So what you have to do for your 3 votes, you put in your vote, and then you have to go all the way to the bottom. As we're going through, let's look at some of the characters we have. I used Mixeth's letter as Mixeth's picture, the Soul Devourer. I'm excited to see what kind of meme characters might do well. There's so, like if Sweetfish does well, that's funny. There's so many good meme characters. The Tacky Salesman from Hugo's introduction. I put like literally every character. If there are any mistakes, anything you found that I missed, let me know and I'll try to fix it. We got Trummery's One Reborn here. So we have all of these characters. You go down through all of them. Valhalla and Vanquish are there. We have Katu, who is somebody who I had completely forgotten about. You got both of the different Daejang slash boss slash captains that we know, the one with the mole and the one with the scar. As far as the party guests go, doing every one didn't seem important, but I did the ones that were seemingly important. There are the two we focused on in that one panel with Amazu's speech. There's the one with the red hair everybody was talking about after Amazu had died. There's the one that was with Edwan, so I have all of those. Speaking of that, I put the Revolution member under Kun Dizzy as her name. And also, when Edwan showed up to the party, he had two other Kuns with him, so I threw in both of the ones that had come with him. Of course, we know that before Traumeré started his family, some of the others were already... Edwan was getting an early start on his family, already pumping out a few Kuns, it would seem. Belarir, who is already doing pretty well. Sorry, I was pointing at the book police. Got Joachim, which is another pretty forgettable character. I think it would be hilarious for people to like use this to try to make quizzes of, do you remember these various characters? Oh, there's Joe's Boy, there's Noobles. So we've got all these characters. Ruini's in there. Pollock with the headset and everything. So you go down to the bottom, you hit vote, and this is where it gets jank. So it gives you this. It's 322 votes right now. It says 3 days just because I've been working on the poll for a while. But when you click next, I have the results hidden because we're going to do a big results reveal at the end. But what's the point? So you go next, and it's not showing you the results. I also have comments turned off because I didn't want to take the chance of anybody putting anything spoilery or anything. And it just eventually takes you back. So what you have to do, you gotta just, I mean, you can copy paste the share poll thing from here. You've gotta go, just, my thing would be copy the link, paste, vote and submit, post, or paste again, vote and submit again, paste a third time, and then go and submit your last one. So you get 3 votes a day. You can do it all month and everything. And yeah, I guess that's about it. One other thing I want to say, if there's any new characters or any new images for characters that are already here, you don't have to spoil me, please. As I did last time, I will put new pictures as needed, or new add new characters as needed. So like if a new character gets introduced next chapter or something, as soon as I read the chapter, I'll add them to the poll. Or let's say we get a new image for a character that we haven't seen in a while, I'll use that new image. I tried for the images that I used there, I tried to use the most recent good image that I could. And huge props to the wiki. It wasn't always the most helpful in actually finding images, but it at least helped me know, okay, this is when this character showed up, their like first and last appearance, and that was often very helpful. And also the annotations for like, this is when this scene happened, it made it very easy to jump to which chapter I needed to grab images. So I tried to use the most recent good image for a character that I could, so using character or images for characters from this arc that are in this arc. So if any characters show up and get new panels, I'll change their image out, or if any new characters show up, I'll add them to the poll. But I guess that's it. I don't want to waste your time too much longer. I'm excited to get to reading. We only have 4 more chapters left after this one. See, I think some exciting things are going to be happening. I've only been spoiled on literally one panel. One singular panel. As soon as I finished my Kubera stream last week, I went straight to Ron Can's reaction because I was like, oh, I want to see what his reaction is. And I see a panel of Gaston going V, and I'm like, I don't remember that happening. Gaston just literally saw V at the end of the chapter. This doesn't look familiar to me. Is there something weird with the translation where, you know, sometimes things get added sometimes? But then I saw Amir in chat going, if anybody sees Haku, ban him. So I was like, oh, okay. I immediately caught on then. I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So he was reading ahead, and I've seen literally one panel, and it's not a spoilery panel, given that Gaston saying V is something that I could very much imagine happens probably right at the beginning of this chapter, given that he just showed up or whatever. So either way, let's start reading 648, or Season 3, Episode 231. We start with our violence warning. And also, I want to say, starting with the character poll, going back through, it reminded me how good Tower of God was, even just before this arc. Going back through so many chapters to collect images from the hotel and from the stuff between the hotel and the Sprout. That stuff was like really fun. I really like that stuff. It just reminded me of how interesting a lot of that was. Like there was one scene that I didn't really, I don't know if I would say I didn't remember, but I didn't appreciate, that I appreciate more now knowing Dumas more, where when Dumas first shows up in front of Tromare, he's like, ah, Lord Tromare, it's been a while, it's Dumas. And Tromare's like, Dumas. So it's fun noting that Dumas is old. He knows Tromare already. He's like, oh, it's been a long time. And he has to say, hey, I'm Dumas. Maybe not just because Tromare would have forgotten, but maybe Tromare doesn't know the Mr. Krabs armor that Dumas wears. So he's like, Dumas, you're not in your normal human form. You're Mr. Krabs'd up. But we have battle between the family leaders, V3. But I just thought that was a fun interaction between the two of them. Because they're two characters we really haven't seen much interaction between. Alright, and we have yet another Tromare upskirt. So many Tromare upskirt shots. Isn't that one of the babes? And it's so odd, too, because some of these shots just don't look all that natural, even, that we get. It's like, it's a very weird composition choice. Isn't that one of the babies? They're still saying babes instead of babies. And I like that we've got Bomb going back to the super long hair with this V transformation. I wonder if... I'm assuming it'll stay long even after V gives Bomb his body back and he'll have to cut it again. But I'm just wondering how long V's going to be in control, or if he's just going to dip out pretty quickly. Oh no. And he looks over. The pink eyes are very interesting. It's someone else. This is impossible. The way he moves his hands, the flow of his shinsu. And of course somebody like Gaston would be really, really observant toward that kind of thing. Even the look on his face. There's no doubt about it. That person standing before me isn't the irregular. It's a long-forgotten companion of ours. One of the original members of our team. The most interested I am of any of the reactions is Luslec, because it feels like this would be... Assuming that Luslec didn't know, but maybe he does know that this would happen, this would be huge for Luslec. The one we called V. Okay, really good panel there. I like this shot. The detail of the hair. But this doesn't make any sense. V is dead. I saw him die with my own eyes. Okay, so Gaston was there to witness his death. How can this be? And it might not be that he saw him die, but he could be like, he saw his body. He saw him dead, even if it's a translation weirdness. What in the world is V doing in that boy's body? How is this possible? How'd you end up in that body? Curious, are you? Well, that would be a very long story. And he starts making a bong. And I have other priorities at the moment. What I want more than anything right now, he fires a blast, is for you all to get your first taste of death. Very weird. I wonder, like, again, V wants him to get their first taste of death. What does death mean since V is here, you know? And maybe V's motivation behind that is because they took the immortality contracts and he didn't. He looks over. It looks like he was interrupted by Yurik giving the shoes. Look, I don't know what's going on here. This is a good panel of Yurik. I think this might have been the thumbnail. But I don't appreciate being interrupted by some random stranger. The thumbnail for the chapter, that is. I don't make my thumbnails until after reading. Give the baby his body back. Give him his body back? I have no idea what you mean. You don't seem to understand. This boy and his body were destined for revenge from the very start. And you think that gives you the right to take over his body? Again, the way that he's speaking, I do think, of course, there's obviously a very good chance that V got darker as he got older and went through a bunch of stuff. But some of the way he speaks, it's not just the, oh, V can't be evil. I think he could be evil. It's that I don't necessarily think he speaks quite the same, or at least it's the way that the dialogue's being done is mysterious enough to make me wonder if this is like a different incarnation of V or a different part of, like V put part of himself in in Bomb, but not another part of himself. Maybe another part of himself died or was put into Akryung, but it just feels like we're not like getting the full story. This doesn't just feel like all of V, you know. And you think that gives you the right to take over his body. I haven't taken over anything. I'm merely joining him on his quest for revenge. Together this boy and I are going to avenge Arlen for the wrong she suffered. That's the only thing that we really want. And he's saying that we really want when Bomb said no when he was getting taken over. And Bomb never even really met Arlen, so this is a load-bearing we that V is using here. Zero style, Shinsu control skill. Water dragon. Excellent. His body's ready for me. I won't even need to wait to use my old Shinsu control skills. Destroy them. And he sends out the water dragon toward Traumerei. Stop this calamitous flood born of wrath, and wrap everything in a mother's warm embrace. And we have the shift here from Gastang using his abilities as Mazano comes in to grab Traumerei and get him out of the way. And Mazano also charges up a punch to protect himself and Traumerei. I don't understand. I thought you were all trying to kill each other. Was I wrong? No, you're right. I still intend to kill the 10 family leaders, including him. And now that you've decided to join the fray, I'll have to kill you too. V. Okay, this is the one panel I saw. It was V-Bomb looking over to the side and then V at the bottom. That's the one panel I've seen. This isn't good. I don't have the strength to fight them both off at once right now. Although, I'd really like to finish off Traumerei at least. All this fighting seems to have completely exhausted him for the time being. But if I don't kill him now, he'll try to destroy me at all costs as soon as he recovers. And worst of all, Zahard will inevitably hear of my being here. The only advantage I have at the moment is that those two seem hesitant to harm this boy's body. I'm not exactly sure why, but there's probably a reason. So this V really does seem pretty callous and uncaring. Like, full schemy. In any case, that works for me. I'm still not used to handling Shinsu with this body, but I might as well give it a shot. And he uses Shinwan Ryu, I think, because of how it looks more like light than water. And now he flies past? He's getting away. You bastard. And Yurik takes off after him. Get out of that baby's body. He's following behind. How the hell is he so fast? I didn't expect him to catch up to me so soon. You're not going anywhere. And it's funny because V wouldn't know about Mazano. I need a little more time. And he's getting bright charged again, isn't he? Fool me thrice. Shame on me. What the? Is this some kind of spell? And it shatters. And we see Luslec backing up V. Wait, is that you? Luslec. Look at their faces. I actually love this. V and Luslec back together. It's been far too long, Master. Our gods finally returned. Luslec, you knew it was me right away. Of course. How could I fail to recognize my own master? Now then, we can talk more later. First, we must get you to safety, Master. Damn you, Luslec. Dang you, Luslec. That man there is Yurik Mazano. He's a frightful brute with a particular lust for violence. I don't advise you to fight him in your current state. I agree. I'm not sure I could have beaten him even back in my prime. But wait just a moment. What for, Master? As you're about to see. Oh, and he left behind a bong. The seeds I planted are beginning to sprout. Oh no. He activates the attack. And I want to be here. It fires. When the flowers blossom. Okay, the attack's drilling through. I missed him. You've already recovered so much of your power, Master. I owe you for preparing the body so well for me. Now, let's go. Traumerei, I wish we could have had more time together. But it was nice seeing you again. My dear friend. And they leave through the crashing bright charge. Wherever you are now, I hope you aren't too lonely. Fear not, soon enough, I'll be sending the rest of your friends to join you in the underworld. I know how easily you get lonely. Man, that's such a good line for Traumerei. Dang. What just happened? Who the hell is that guy? Eunuch Mazano. It's nice to see there's still some hot-blooded warriors left in this tower. And we end there. That's a crueler cliffhanger than last week. So we have full evil V has taken over Bomb. And now it seems like... Now it seems the conflict... If he said he was borrowing it for a little while, but the conflict might be trying to get Bomb's body back from V. Or maybe V can only take over for short bits at a time, and Bomb is going to be stuck here with Luslec, with FUG, like, well, I'm away from the family heads, but now I've lost my freedom to FUG once again. Because FUG will want to keep him around, because now he's just the vessel for V, and they'll be like, oh yeah, V will take over your body more and more until eventually you're just nothing but V. So maybe that'll be the new conflict for Bomb having to fight for autonomy over his own body here. Okay. Very, 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 very good stuff. Okay. I'm very excited to see what the next 4 chapters will be. I almost want to cave as well. I want to continue reading. I want to see what happens next. But I'm not going to. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. Shorter chapter, just because it was mostly action stuff. But I'm actually glad it's shorter because, again, it's 3:58 a.m. I want to edit this and post it for all of you and be able to sleep so that I can hopefully do Kubera when I wake up. With that aside, please, once again, I'm going to throw it up here so that I can e-beg some more. I'm not e-begging you for money. I am going to be taking a loss on this. Hold on, let me copy paste this stuff again. Let's go back to this. Please vote 3 times a day, every day. Pretty please, get the numbers up. I spent so much time on this. It's not about money because I'm absolutely going to be taking a loss. How much I spent for making this is going to be well more than I've made on any single video ever. So it's not about money. I just want this fun project for the community to do well, and for me doing well, my goal, my hope, the thing that I would love is to surpass last polls numbers. So please go share this, go vote in it. Again, a couple hundred people usually watch my reactions, so if all of you voted 3 times a day for most of the 30 days, we could probably just surpass it then and there. So please do your best. Right now I think it's at 300 some votes and there were only 100 some voters before I came to record. So it's like, I guess, not everybody was using their 3 votes, but a lot of people were. So please use your votes and everything. Last time when I made the poll a couple years back, I think it was like 2022 was when the NAST ended, maybe like late 2022 maybe. When I was making it, I was messaging Joe when I was making it live and all, and that first night, and the first night for that one, I think Huariyun was leading. For this one, I don't want to give too many things away ahead of time because I don't want to influence the results any. I don't want people to think, oh, I don't need to vote for this character, or I should vote more for this character. I'll maybe give like a little bit of something here and there just to keep building hype and try to keep engagement up. I'm going to be e-begging every day, please go vote in this poll. But so far, before I came to record this, as of like 300-ish votes, Yuri was at the top. Yuri was winning by a little bit. So Yuri's our night one winner, and we'll see how things go for the next month. You've got a month. Please go vote. I am asking you once again for your support. So yeah. Either way, thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reaction. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you a link. If you want to help support the channel by subscribing, I think I forgot to say do that, so do that. If you want to support the channel, help me to keep making videos by dropping a super thanks. It's appreciated. Maybe it'll go toward helping the poll and all. But again, sorry it looks so jank. I wish I could make it look nicer, but I'm actually pretty limited in what I can do visually. I was just like going into Photoshop and messing with things. It's like you can upload an image for this or an image for that. So it's like I'm formatting things in a certain way so that they will look all right when put onto this. Last time I had a purple theme for the poll. I went for orange this time. If we get to do, hopefully we get to do another one in a couple years, I'll go for green, knock out all the secondary colors. But yeah, if you want to support the channel by dropping a super thanks, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel to help me to keep making things, but also get One Piece videos a bit early, get your name at the end of videos, you can go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description as always to become a patron, or just hit join down below to become a channel member. And if you're a channel member or a patron, like I said, you get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece videos early, so thank you to patrons and members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FRNono JA, and VD-Ban, Cheriton Students, David Langstaff, and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element, Bate Arial. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. Please go vote, and I'll see you all next time.